Oh, that's gotta suck. How do you clean that?
I'm just fucking throwing my lens back and forth. You really can't do shit because if I try to put oil or something on here,
Oh,
it
yeah.
could go. It could find its way into the lens and fuck the whole lens up.
Oh man, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I've been just working and working. That's why I've been doing this. I don't know if you see me. I've been doing like this the whole time. I'm trying to unstick that lens.
Man. Let me get this set up right quick. Yo, what up, what up, what up? What up, Real Reese? What up, y'all? Let me flip this around. We're about to go for episode 2. Episode 4, I mean. With the YNDKASINO. This right here. Yeah, what up, man? Y'all watch this whole, y'all watch it all the way through. If you're trying to watch it live, go to YouTube. I don't even know how much that's gonna get. You may not get much.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready when you are, man. Oh, we're about to turn this sideways. You might have to. Yo, what up, what up, what up? Thanks for joining us. We live on YouTube, man. Y'all hop over there for the chat. All right, let's go. Right here, right? Yo, Mike test. We live, baby.
What's good? What's good?
All right, there we go. Hold on. Damn.
Nope.
All right, where's my phone? Oh, they're on my phone. I forgot about that. It's got my notes. Let's see how many people we got on there. Hey, y'all gonna have to go to In the Loop YouTube because I need my phone for the notes. All right, we live.
No, yeah.
What you doing? Your charger or what? All right. Let's get comfortable again. Feels good. Okay. Man, that was a good little talk, man. I'm glad Casino was able to have the patience over there.
Yeah, we good.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you taking the time.
Always.
Man, let's get right into it because we're kind of already we'll just pick up almost off of this conversation. First off, man, welcome to In the Loop, baby.
Yeah, I'm here. We here. Appreciate it.
I caught again wind of you and then I went back and heard 99 Problems, Run It Up with Baby James, which I'm probably gonna mention like 3 or 4 times because boy, go hard. But I caught wind of you with Choppers on Choppers, man. So we're gonna start there, and then we'll go back and then fill the people in. When I saw that, and then I heard you. First off, it was like, oh man. And then you guys, of course, showcased your last name, Yorkman.
Oh yeah.
So at first I was like, man, I didn't even know Chacha had a little brother or something. But it just felt like a duo again. What I seen before, and I didn't even know how it was related or not. And then I see why you envy, and I'm like, okay, now it all makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
So, and you're 17 years old. Are you still in school?
Nah, I recently dropped out.
Okay. Because it's a little bit different when you're in school and you have something like this going on. But it's still the same. You're 17. You're probably still in the same circles. So, how did the Choppers on Choppers feature come about for you?
Yeah, this a long ass story. Like
Let's tell it.
we had like months of planning because Charge he was in a halfway house, barely getting out of jail and shit. So we had to I'm talking about like he was in that hole. He had a phone in that bitch. We're like FaceTime every day, just working on that song. He's like, I got some hard shit for when I get out. I was like, I got you. I was like, I don't rap how I used to, so that's just how it really started. We was writing. He was in the halfway house, and he told me when he get out, we was gonna do the video and everything. The first day he got out, I had bought us some studio time, and we was in the studio. And like a couple weeks later, he bought the video. We did that shit, and it just happened like that.
Before that, though, so what was there a difference between after dropping that visual and before that visual of who YNDKASINO was, and then who he was to the people watching. Because I feel like what Chach said, it was probably something that put you like, hey, and people probably saw a little bit a different version of you. I mean, I know you had Run It Up already as a visual, but I feel like what Chach said, it was something different.
Before I had got like noticed in the like with rap, everybody really already know who I was. So like I basically had a name for myself already, and then I just took off with this rap shit, and everybody fucked with it. So I just kept going.
It was natural.
Yeah, it really was natural. Like I just picked that shit up when I was like 10. Like
okay.
That shit just came on to me out of nowhere. Like,
who were you listening to back then?
Like Lil Wayne, like Drake and all that shit, you know? Like that, who was really popping. Like I was really on Lil Wayne though, for real.
Were there anybody around you besides? So who's your dad? Who's your pops, man?
His name's Isaac.
Okay.
Yeah.
So watching that growing up too, how was that, man?
Shit, it was like I really didn't know, like, cause I was still younger, but I'm feeling like that shit, like all that shit that I seen when I was younger, it just it caught on to me, like bring me to where I'm at, you know?
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the Baby James feature, man. Was it him featuring you or your track featuring him?
It was his track featuring me.
Okay. And what, y'all know each other from school or something?
Nah, it was like that shit just like I don't know, like me and him, we never talked or nothing. We was never cool, but like we started fucking with each other through music and shit, and then it brought us close. And then like after all this shit, like we shot all the videos and everything just fell off a little bit. But me and him, we got some shit coming back. Like we're working on some shit right now.
So when you wrote your first track or put something up, what was that like, or when was that? And did you put it on a platform? Did you put it on SoundCloud?
It was really, I had some shit on YouTube or whatever with my little cousin Ashton and shit. But like
phone videos or something?
Yeah, like really screen recordings.
Okay, yeah, screen.
Yeah. And I would post them on YouTube, but they weren't that good, no quality. It wasn't good or none of that shit. But like when I really took it serious, like my very first upload, it was called Shut Shit Down. Like it was basically just a diss, just talking and shit. So
okay.
Yeah.
What kind of feedback did you get? Did you put it on YouTube?
I put it on SoundCloud, but it kind of went dumb. I'm not gonna lie. Like even just with the plays, like in the first week I had like 20K.
Oh damn.
Yeah. But 20K plays. It's not like, it's not new views. So like it's just people keep, I guess, replaying it.
It's still 20,000, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I need to take SoundCloud more serious. As an artist, what do you think about SoundCloud as a platform?
I fuck with it. I mean, I've always fucked with it. It's like, I like it. Like, cause that's where I started off and that's where I've been at. Like, but I barely started like uploading on all plats now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cause SoundCloud, I feel like before people would say like SoundCloud rappers like a degrading or something.
Oh yeah, like yeah.
And though, man, your favorite rapper probably started there type, you know, like
I know everybody been on SoundCloud at least once.
And obviously people are on SoundCloud because I don't know if the views or the plays transfer over. Like somebody who's got a SoundCloud account and then they go and create a DSP for all platforms. Are they getting the same amount? I feel like people are loyal to SoundCloud versus going over and then listening to your music somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Like, I don't even know. Like, to be honest.
And then as an artist, I don't even know how would you, because SoundCloud is kind of free if you pay for an account, and maybe that's how you get, you know.
No, everything's like there's a way to do it. Like everything's free on SoundCloud. That's why I started there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you get paid through SoundCloud?
You can. Yeah, you can. It's
shit.
A certain amount of, you gotta have a certain amount of followers, plays, views, all that shit.
Okay.
Yeah, and you gotta have like an account. Like you gotta pay for like how you said, like a premium for the account.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a buy-in, small buy-in.
Yeah.
And you said you slowed down with the visuals with Baby James because of some other stuff happening? Or?
Yeah, it was just some shit going on. Not nothing too serious. Like me, it was me as a person. Like I really just wanted to stop rapping for a little bit. That's why like I really fell off. I can say I fell off because I'm not getting like the more, how do you say, like the more fame or like views like as I used to, you know? Like because I had stopped for a long period of time, like just to quit.
what do you think that does for you as an artist? If you stop for a while, do you think it hurts you?
Yeah, it really does. Like it fucks with you real bad. Like if you stop writing, if you stop doing everything, like it's gonna slow you down. Like you're not gonna be in the same spot as you used to, like motivated wise.
Were you still working though? Were you still writing? Were you still?
I mean, I would write, but like I would never like finish a song or I would just freestyle or some shit. But like I was never in the studio or none of that.
Okay.
Like
what studio do you use now?
I be going to Migs.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
shout out my boy Migs.
That's a whole nother vibe over there.
Yeah. For sure.
That's one genuine, like just one down.
That's my brother right there.
Migs is one genuine down to earth, real part. Like that's my brother too. Like that's our brother. Like he's good people to keep around for like a very, very long time. That's my nigga.
But I was with Lalo. Like
Okay.
I started off with Lalo like way before he had all this good quality. Like, cause I got on Lalo through XO Sauce.
Okay.
Cause me and him we used to talk or whatever back then, and that's how I got on Lalo. And then I was going to Lalo for like years. I'm talking probably like 3 years. Like
damn.
Before everybody started going to him, I was going to him. Yeah.
What made you go to Migs? What made you check Migs out? Or
shit, it was just like. Oh yeah, me and Chacha went in the studio to go to record some shit. I was all fucked up by then. I was drinking and shit.
It was his first time meeting Migs, and he was.
Yeah.
Oh well, man.
I met Migs and then like.
Oh yeah.
It was just like
Twisted Teas.
I was fucked up. I ain't gonna care, but yeah, like from there, me and Migs got in contact, started going to the studio, like, and then it was just other shit, but like off business, like yeah, that's my bro type shit. Like when I need something, I just call on bro. He got me for sure. Like,
have you ever bought original from Migs? He was showing me some stuff a couple weeks ago. I didn't even know he can cook stuff up like that, man. Some original beat.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I ain't never bought no beats off him.
He's always did beats. That's one thing. Like that's what he was known. Like I known him for at first was for rapping and making beats.
He was telling me he remembers me from Millen Freshman. I don't even remember him. He's probably a skinny kid or something. That boy big now, like most of y'all.
Yeah.
So did you see him first doing music, or were y'all already like hanging around doing music before what happened over the last 2 years? Because I feel like since 2020 is when stuff
I really feel like me and him never been as close as we were when I got out.
Yeah, like me and him, that was my cousin, but like it was just like a what's up, bro? Like, yeah, you cool? Like we chilling, we at Granny's house, we chilling, whatever. And like after that, when I would leave, like, it was never nothing else, no phone calls, no nothing after that. Like, but since he got out of jail, like we just got closer. Like it was never this close type shit.
It's probably because that time apart, maybe, I don't know. But do you think the music brings you closer together too?
Yeah.
That's what we was planning on. Like when I would be like in prison, I'll call and he'll be on the phone and he'll be showing me his new shit. When I was locked up,
yeah.
That's I don't even know. That's got to be a different feeling to have a phone while you locked up, man. Because you're not really.
This was when I was at the unit. At the
unit,
okay. You ain't getting nothing.
Oh, gotcha.
On the TDC phone, but at the last unit I was at in the halfway house, we got shit snuck in. It was like it's like all free type shit. Like everything, like you can do whatever you want. It's all open space.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, that's where that's when I found out he was rapping. Was when I called and he was like, look at my new shit, and I'd be like, damn. Like, okay. And so when I got out, he got a little more older because I've always been older, so he's always been a kid, like
yeah, I know
when I was a teenager, he was a baby, so we never were like until he's older now and I got out type shit. So and then everything came from here and that's where we're at today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when you get older, you realize 4 to 5 years is not so big. But when you're a kid, it's like, man, you a little,
Yeah.
But once 17 hits, you're like, oh, okay, nah, this ain't too bad. You're not a little shit after all. Talk about this first album, man. Is this your first?
It's really like a first because I had like it wasn't no album, but there was like I was dropping singles and I just put them all together in like an album. But like this is really my first album. Yeah.
I want to bring it up, man, because I want you to talk about this track specifically. That's not it. Let me get to it.
Yeah, that go hard though.
Which one is it? The Ariana Grande one?
Oh
yeah, that was the one that you were playing.
Oh, was it? Oh, yeah. I was at the end of it. Yeah, this is
that right there is something different.
listen to that, man. I'm gonna let it play and then
go ahead.
Ain't nobody ever like really did no type of beat like this, or you know, this is some new different shit type shit, new wave type shit.
Even the ad libs that he's in the back doing. Hey man. But I keep a cane, just look at my pockets. You see these blue stains. If a young nigga watching, I get straight to plot and I put that on God and I put that on gang. If a young nigga watching, I get straight to plot and I put that on God and I put that on gang. Step wrong in this bitch, you get hit with this 5. Be sparking shit up like the 4th of July. Say the next nigga did. That violin in the back, man. Nah, man, that's just
that's the type of song you go listen to when you working out type shit. You get a pump, you know, type. Like you just ready to go slide type.
That's what that is. Nah, you in the car, man.
Yeah, you ready to go slide.
So how'd you come up with that, man? Cause you listen to Ariana Grande?
Nah, it was just some shit. Like I was going on YouTube, really looking at beats and shit, and them hoes just be popping up. And if I'm feeling that hoe, I'm gonna just rock out on that hoe. However, it just come to me like I'm gonna rock out. However it comes to me, and I'm gonna stay on that flow, and it just, you know.
What is your creative process, man? This far, I mean, again, we know that it's not extensive because you just started type shit. So, but what you've done already is notable, man, and the way that you're going about it, even the creativity with it, I feel needs to be highlighted. So what is your creative process now that you've done a few of these and you kind of found, you know, who you are as an artist? Do you go through YouTube just fishing for beats and then
like if I see one or like sometimes I just go look for beats, and if I like one, I'll just start on that hoe and then like put a hook on it or something. Or if I'm feeling like just going like straight just rapping on that hoe, like no hook or nothing. It just depends like how I'm feeling.
What do you think about that whole no hook? Because Sauce Walker's really known for that. He'll just ride a beat for 2 minutes or a minute and a half.
Oh yeah, I fuck with that. I gotta I got some songs right now that I gotta go record and shit. Like they're all like that.
Okay. I think it's a lane that a lot of people aren't occupying. First off, because it's hard to occupy. I think people need a chorus. Some people.
Yeah.
A lot of people can't rap they can't write like that.
They can't, man. I'm glad you understand what I'm getting to. That's why you don't see a lot of people do it. But if you do it and you can, I think it's gonna be a new wave, man. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
And something that's gonna distinguish yourself from a whole lot of other people. Sauce Walker just dropped. Man, I just went blank. Not Death.
I think like the only cause I never had a hook on my song. I think like the only real song like I have was like with Choppers on Choppers because it has the hook.
Yeah, most of them yours are short. Just
boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I said what I said, and that's it.
And that's it, man.
But I feel like that's one song that we both have that's actually like a real song type shit.
And it probably needed to happen because there's 2 of y'all. But I feel like if it was just you, it probably would have been short, man. Again, I feel like you're just having fun with it, so it just comes out. And that which is what I feel like with you. Not that it's not hard work, but I feel like it's a great duo, man. Like it'd be dope to see an EP, you know, just you guys going back and forth type shit.
Getting paid for this shit, that should be easy money.
Yeah, way easier.
If we was getting paid for this shit, man, we would be past baby by now already. Like if we
I don't know about all that.
Nah, like for real, like
we gonna be out there,
if we had that opportunity to like really do this shit, man, I feel like we pass everybody, to be real. And like just to bring the Mexican wave back, you know?
Yeah, exactly, man. Well, I think the Mexican wave is it right now.
It's popping. It's popping right now.
It's popping, man. Jimmy Humility just signed. I don't know how big of a deal it was, but a couple years ago with whoever it was, Atlantic or Interscope, just to kind of continue down that lane and sign in Hispanic artists. But I feel like that's what Sauce Walker's doing too. A little bit of, you know, with Peso, he's kind of like the forefront of it. And guess what? That's going to naturally attract other people, you know. So I think it's huge right now, man. And it's not the Cholo rap, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not with all that shit. I'm with this shit we got going.
Which I think, going back to y'all's roots, they were ahead of their time in a sense of they weren't the old, you know, that's why they were so distinguishable. I think even if they popped out now, it'd still kill. But I think that's why. So again, having 2.0 in front of us is just wild, man. Like I don't know what they say about it, but What do they say about it?
I don't really think they realize it, but I don't think they realize it's the same shit. What they doing is what we doing in a way.
I gotcha. So it's not so.
But like really, if you don't know, you don't really know. Like, but if you know about it, you know this shit deep. Like
this shit deeper than rap, way deeper.
This shit ain't just some shit. Like,
we're here for it, man. Let's see. Let me get to a couple of questions. Well, here's something that, since we're on that, how is it creating with the last name Yorkman?
Creating like
stepping out into the scene, being a rapper, knowing your history. How does it filter out? You got to live up. I feel like I'm probably putting words in your mouth, but I feel like it's got to be different than from anybody else who's creating right now, because it's a different type of pressure. I don't know why, but you know what I'm saying? It's almost like living up to it. Do you feel like you're ever living up to it or having?
I don't know how he feels about it, but I feel like we're like a different breed.
I gotcha. So it's not even.
We come from a different branch. Like
I gotcha.
Most of the shit these niggas doing, they peoples ain't never done. Most of these niggas families are good, hardworking families. I'm not talking down on none of that shit.
I know what you mean.
It's not cool to be. I'm not saying it's not. It's cool to be what we do, but I feel like we're a different breed, come off a different branch, because ain't nobody's people were like our people. Like, in a way, there's people out there that were what we went through, but I feel like it's just more special to me and him from what we seen our dads do.
It makes sense, man. I don't think it's I don't think it's out of the ordinary for you guys to do what you're doing right now. What about for you? Because I know for Chach, he's over here having fun, but what about for you, man? Like, is this a viable thing that you're going after? Is this something that you want to reach a pinnacle of? And
I mean, if it just comes to me, like I'm gonna keep dropping, of course, for fun or whatever. Like, because people want to hear me. Like, there's people that actually really want to hear me. So, like, I actually have fans. Like, but they're not. I don't have no city fans. Like, people will be like, because in the city, like, they ain't nobody gonna come ask you for no picture. Nobody is. No. But like, if it just come to me, it come to me. But like, I really do got some fans that really fuck with my music. So like, me just dropping for them, even if I don't even get famous, I'm gonna still drop no matter what. So like, even if I don't take this shit serious, I'm still gonna drop.
I got you. I don't
think a lot of outside niggas, like out of towners. Like, it'd be more niggas out of town show more love.
Oh hell yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
like a lot of people will tell, cause they'll be like, I fuck with your music. Like, he'll be on live and some females would be like, oh, I love your music. Like, and it really be nobody from here. Like, really be more people showing love from out of town than your own city.
Hell yeah.
I think that should be normal. I think if you're looking for fans in your own city, you're already lost. Cause
I ain't even looking for no fans. None of that. But I'm just gonna keep dropping the music for whoever fuck with it, whoever want to hear it. Like, it's what it is. Like, I go hard. So
when you pulled up, when you loaded your music on the SoundCloud for the first time, now the first time you can see where people are listening from. Have you done that already?
Oh yeah.
What does it say?
Like, the most views, where I get my most views at is in Dallas.
Okay. Yeah, Dallas is really rocking. Meg's got a lot in Dallas. A couple other people got a lot in Dallas.
I have probably
it was Austin and Dallas.
It was Austin and Dallas, yeah.
Okay.
There's nothing but over there, really.
And I had some from Houston.
You don't even see Midland pop up.
I don't think.
Nah, Midland's up there though. Midland was up there. Midland was really up there, but like everything, what was over everything was Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel, man? Now that you can see that and you're like, damn, Dallas? Because that's way over there.
Yeah, like they don't even, like, I'm not even in your city, like, and you just finding out about me. It's like, and I appreciate it. Like, I appreciate everybody that support me. Like, it ain't really nothing special to me, but I appreciate it. Like, that's the shit that makes me want to keep going. Like, when I get support, because like,
yeah, it's I wouldn't know. I don't know how to even relate to that, man. When you have somebody asking to make more of what you're making, type stuff.
Yeah.
Like, did you have? Let me ask this: did you have fans before you had fans because of who y'all were? Does that make sense?
Not really. Yeah, because of who I am. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I feel like for you, Chach, you've always had like an entourage,
the war stories and shit.
Yeah, man. I feel like you've had fans of who y'all are before.
Yeah, like a lot of people fuck with me in casino because of like of who we really are outside of this music shit.
Outside of everything.
Like if you really know me and him, like when we kicking in, you with us type shit, like you know what's going on.
The thing about this shit is like niggas gossip, like everybody gonna gossip. They really don't know who you are. Like deep down, like these niggas don't know who you are, but everybody gonna gossip about you until they get like, but nobody really knows who you are, you know? Like,
yeah, unless they spend time with you, you know.
Exactly. It's like that thing where like you could line up in a line and you say something to somebody in the ear, and back at the end of the line, it's totally something different from what the first person said. That's how it be with us too. Like a lot of niggas could say this, and this about us, but really it'd be the other way around.
Do you have you guys? I want to ask this because I think it's a lesson that a lot of artists can learn if they haven't already, and they may be going through it. Is with this this dynamic that you guys have. Do you or have you ever found, whether it's somebody from the inside or from the outside, try to divide this with some he said, she said?
That's already been that shit been happening.
Yeah, that shit gonna happen often.
That shit been
even with before we was like, when we had partners like this, really that shit like was split everybody apart too.
Yeah,
that's what he said, she said bullshit.
And it's usually off of just I don't know what it is. It could be somebody's insecurity or something, but I feel like because you see it sometimes on a higher level with other artists, artists that we look up to,
like
and
rap beef and shit.
Yeah, it's like this one little interjection, and then all of a sudden you just have this.
And it's crazy though, because you seen the outside of it. Oh, this nigga don't like him, but really, like in like the real life shit, like it's some real life shit going on between that shit. Like people think that shit really just like a joke, but it be some real life shit going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, we gotta stop the violence.
Yeah. Stop the violence.
Stop the violence.
I'm with you on that. All right, let's get into another question. What do you have going on right now? What are you gonna do with this album that you just dropped? Are you gonna do any visuals?
Yeah, I'm planning on doing visuals. Like when it's the right time. Right now, I gotta get everything set up. Like I gotta make sure everything's right before I do it. Like what Charge said on the last interview. Everything got to be right before I do it. If not, like it's never gonna happen. So,
who are some videographers that you hope to work with?
I only work with one because
I got you.
You know, that's who I fuck with, and that's who I'm gonna fuck with no matter what. Like that's bro, Mikey.
Yeah, we rocking out with Mikey, Miggs, and Lalo through our whole
same
journey.
People, really.
Gotcha, man.
These were the same three. Well, Mikey came out recently, but these are the three people that we rocking with.
Yeah. But probably from here on out though, I'm rocking out with Miggs over Lalo just cause like me and Miggs, like, we built a bond, like some like that's my bro type shit,
What other studios are there? Is there any that
not that I know
really
of,
you
like
can tap in and
Yeah, the only two people that really do public like studio sessions is them two.
Yeah,
really.
Lalo and Miggs. Those are the only two people you could go to really that I know. I really don't know nobody. There's some other places that I see people post on their stories, but like them places I heard they're not like Miggs or Lalo,
Yeah.
Like those are the top. Those are the two top you can go in Midland.
Miggs is a different type of artist, man.
Oh yeah, for sure that.
I have to get around him more just in general. You're saying about him as a person. I feel like every time I've sat down with him and we've talked about I leave with a new idea or an epiphany about something I'm already doing.
Yeah.
Or I'm like, oh man, he made me think about something,
Yeah, being around Miggs, it's like a good vibe, like the energy good around him.
You could always pick up something new when you with it. Like he could always put you on game. Even though me and him are the same age, he always can give me good advice and him advice too. He always does. He always looks out for my little cousin, and that's why I fucks with Miggs like that, because he looks out for him like that, like he does for me.
Yeah, that's bro, for real.
He has a what do they call it, young but old school type of vibe.
Type shit, huh?
Yeah.
He like a grown, like he like an OG nigga, but a young nigga.
He's an old soul. Yeah. He's an old soul. That's what it is. He's an old soul.
I was telling him, he reminds me of a young Burner, man. I don't know if you fuck with Burner from Cookies, but
yeah, I know he's talking.
He started dropping. He's 30 albums in since he was 18. So the last 20 years, Burner's dropped 30 albums just in the background. And a lot of people know him from Cookies, but he's been dropping music for 20 years, and he's just now, in a sense. I mean, he's got hella feature. He's not like he's not underrated.
Yeah.
But I feel like that model of dropping music like slowly in the background is something that a lot of artists out here are doing, whether they realize they're doing it intentionally or not. You don't have to be. There's so many ways to be in this space.
Oh yeah.
And I think if you pay attention too much to what's happening out there in somebody else's lane, you might get in that lane by accident, and then you're gonna realize, oh, I'm not supposed to be in this lane, you know. So how is that for you? Because coming into this, and you're really close to an artist already, but then there's other artists. Do you find yourself looking over and being like, maybe I should incorporate that, or maybe I should not do this? Or
no, I just do what I want to do, and I feel like I gotta shine more than anybody. So if I'm gonna go hard on something, I'm gonna go hard. Like I don't see no competition in my eyes. I feel like I'm the best. Like that's just how I put it. With everything I do, I gotta be better than everybody. Like,
is there any other of your peers in the space? Like, meaning other 17-year-olds that you know, or anybody around you that you went to school with that you see?
What you mean on that?
Like that are doing music.
Oh,
somebody from your classmate or somebody from your graduating year.
Really, the only person I went to school with and that's rapping is Sauce right now.
Okay.
XO Sauce. Yeah, I went to school with him.
There's because there's not when I have one of you guys in front of me, I want to ask that there's not really that many of your peers, people around you. It's almost like you're the one type stuff around the group or the the space that you're in. Do you think when you guys are hanging out, is there anybody around y'all that you think should be put on too?
Oh, hell yeah, for sure. There's I got partners like my young niggas, like they really be rapping for real, but they don't want to take that shit serious. They don't want nothing to do with it, but like they'll have some, like my homeboy that passed away, my homeboy Juan, like he didn't want to start with no rapping shit for real, like, and I had to bring him to the studio. We made a song or whatever, and like he was gonna take off with me and shit, but my bro passed away and shit. Yeah.
Do you think that's why the other ones hesitate? Probably.
Shit, I don't know, to be honest. It's not even like that, but it's just like they feel like music ain't for them. So
you just gotta want it. You gotta want it type shit.
I was around that for a little bit one time, probably 10, 12 years ago. There was people around me. They were just, we were just drinking, doing whatever, and these dudes would start rapping, and it's like, is this a real thing? Can this be done? So I started putting them in the studio, but it was still new back then, or still new-ish, and it's like, they may want to stay out of the limelight. They know that it's going to bring them light or something. Because I still think that the hardest artists we've never heard.
Oh yeah.
Because even in the city, because they're not out there trying to be an artist. Yeah. If that makes sense.
There's like, I know there's the one most underrated artist in Midland, like that goes stupid hard, is Wes.
Oh yeah, Wes. Yeah. Wes is something else.
Wes like got like that lyrical, like it's Eminem, like
he got that
like
aggressive.
Every word to say, like
I'm glad you said aggressive, man.
He got that aggressiveness, like
he's like Machine Gun Kelly.
Like he gonna fucking like he's mad and when he write.
He gonna talk a shit. It's like he got a dictionary in his head when he write. He knows every word, like what to say.
It's like a rock skipping on the water.
Yeah.
It goes like it's smooth to him, like man. It just comes like. But that's how Nate is too. Like, because when I'm in the studio, I could take like an hour on a song if I'm not feeling it, and then Nate could get in there, or Casino could get in there and just like boom, like hit 5 songs in the same hour.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. I get shit done like that. Like when I'm writing my music, it don't take me nothing but like 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's more fluent. Like he could just go in. Like me, like I sit there and work on a song for just one song for 2 weeks. And there's days where I could be like I could hit like 6 songs in a day. But him like one thing about Casino, he could really go in the studio and knock out like 4 songs in 1 hour.
Oh, that's wild, man.
Yeah, for sure. You could even ask Lalo on that.
Lalo will vouch for that.
I was about to say, as a producer, I'm sure they appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'll be like Lalo, like literally when I was getting comfortable with Lalo, like Lalo, me and him we started getting chemistry, and like I guess the chemistry that I have with Lalo, I moved that shit to Migs. Like that's why I work with Migs, because like I'll be like, yeah, we're not hard on. Like he'll be already. I'll be like, let me redo that shit. He'll know if I fuck up, he already have it ready to redo. Like I don't even gotta tell him no more. type shit.
Yeah, like he knows, like
he knows
yeah,
like
you're
what
already,
to do.
you're already, yeah. That's what I was gonna ask is when you're even working on a track, do you allow the producer to insert what he thinks?
Oh hell yeah!
Oh
Migs.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That'd be that boy Migs. He be trying to. I be like,
Yeah,
hey,
that's
I let
more
him, bro.
of
You
a-
think this shit sound right? He'll be like, nah, say this, and I say that shit.
Okay.
Yeah,
see?
that's-
Like
this
on the
is
album.
Shit, that's far. Okay.
That's the more of a thing with Migs though. Like with Lalo, you really gotta just go on your own shit, But one thing about Lalo's gonna make you sound good too. So is Migs, but Migs is like more on like because Migs raps, so
Okay.
he's just not a producer. So he's on both sides.
Oh
So
man.
like like Casino was saying, like, oh fuck, I fucked it up. He'd be like, oh, well, say this, and then we'll
Yeah,
rock out with it.
Because the word might be different to be able to hit that bar. It's interesting because I think that there are artists out here who could be better if they let somebody do that for them.
Oh yeah.
Not like ghostwrite, but say, hey, instead of saying this term, say this term, or instead of saying it this way, say it this way. As an artist, do you get offended by that?
Nah.
Okay.
I really just see it as help. Like if it sounds better than what I said and it helped me, then I'll be like appreciate it. But if I don't fuck with it, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna keep what I have. Like what I'm feeling. I don't take it as no hate though.
Me and him will help each other. Like he'll say some shit on the song, and I'll be like, say this, and it'll sound better, and he'll help me. Sometimes he'll write down there almost a whole verse for me. Sometimes when I ain't feeling it or some shit like. But like that's why like if he tells me he'll tell like Casino he'll tell me like nah that shit trash. Don't I'll like redo that shit.
Yeah, nah, for real. Like I be straight up with his ass. I be like, bro, you like I'm like if you ain't got nobody like that, bro, like that they ain't your real people. Like you I'm gonna tell them like when some shit's trash, cause I'm gonna be like, bro, I ain't finna let you put that shit out there like that, bro. If that shit sucks, you ain't putting that shit out there.
Cause I will be in my car, we'll be jamming. I'll be like, I'll be like, hey, listen to this. Let me know what you think.
Okay.
And he'll be like, yeah, that shit hard. I'll be like, hey, nah, like you like don't even.
So
like fuck that one.
That's interesting because, I mean, most artists would probably be like, nah, everything I write. Yeah. But sometimes you may not. Man, I don't know. Are you up? I don't know, man. You got to produce something that's not like that all the time, and you probably haven't put it out, or you have somebody say, nah, man, you need to switch it up.
Oh yeah. Like I even help him. Like he'll have a whole song damn near almost done. Like, and if I don't fuck with the flow, I'll be like, bro, like that's not like start a little bit earlier,
Yeah.
Like I'll make him like move the song back and shit. Like I'll be like, bro, like that's just you put it like this, say it like more slower or something, and then when he starts getting on that host, he start flowing, and that shit just sound hard. Like,
yeah, because sometimes I can't find the beat. Like, I mean, like I get it. Like I have it down. Oh yeah, like I have it down, but yeah. Cause he'll help me. He'll be like, "Hey, it'll be better like this," and I wouldn't be rocking with it, but I'd try it, and it ended up working out better.
What's good for it?
Can you read music? Meaning, do you know when to start and when to stop?
I know. I really know. I think I know about everything about music down there now. Like I feel it. Like if that shit's just like
you could feel when a beat about to drop type shit.
I know. I like I know all that shit.
Because people who do that just blow my mind. Meaning. They know when the fourth bar is. They know when
when to punch in. Like, that's just,
I can't do that
shit.
I mean, not that I'm trying to be
like say like if it's like a cipher or freestyle or some shit. Like I feel like every rapper, like if you were really a rapper, you would know when to punch in, when to not, when to let shit play out. Like if somebody's rapping before me, and like I feel like they didn't run that whole long enough. Like it's basically like it comes to like say if he hit like 8 bars, you would know when the eighth bar's coming. Just because the way the beat is.
I got you.
Or like if we're in the studio, I'd be like, should I hit like 2 more bars? He'd be like, yeah. I'm like, bet.
Oh, okay.
You feel me? Like you'll know like when it's enough or not type shit.
Yeah.
Or when to go in. But
yeah.
So y'all be feeding off of each other pretty good.
Really, yeah. Or like I'll say some shit in the song he's already said in the song, or he'll say some shit that I've said before. Like it's just we work off each other type shit.
Really, if the help's needed,
yeah. What was it before? Just talk about real quick, man, about what was it before music now? Like what was the life of Casino before music was a part of it?
Shit, I ain't gonna lie, I came from shit. Like I didn't have nothing. I didn't have these shoes. I ain't never had none of this shit. Like ever since like I really came from the bottom. Like I ain't gotta tell no fairy tale, none of that shit. Like I ain't had shit when I was young. I had to get it myself. I had to feed myself. I had to do what I had to do to survive. Like you know, like I ain't gonna say a lot of shit on here, but I just went through some shit though. Like I had a fucked up like childhood really. That could relate to like everything that how I am, the way I am right now. Like that shit just relates to that.
Yeah, you can feel it in your tracks, man. Like again, what you talked about, I've seen enough to know.
Yeah.
And I don't at this point. I don't need. I can check. I like to check vibes in person, but somebody can say one thing and you already picked up on it. Like, oh yeah, because he probably went through this or blah blah blah. Like, you know when somebody's just a good rapper because they know how to put words together versus somebody who's telling a story, but they're telling it in a cryptic way because they have to, blah, blah, blah. Like, I feel like you're a good storyteller, man.
Yeah, I can tell you, I know I got a lot of stories, but some I can't even mention on here.
Yeah. I hope you mention them in your music. Maybe you have to be cryptic or something, but
everything I say in my music, I don't lie about.
Yeah.
No cap rap.
I didn't get that, man. Again, that's why it came across so just not only genuine, but I could resonate with it. I felt it. It's different when you're a fan and you like the bars and you're like, but when you feel it, because you know it, too. It's like,
you know that person
exactly. Then I was like, all right, I know them. I don't gotta do any more digging or whatever about it type shit. So you're 17. You're not even old enough to buy beer or nothing.
Yeah, can't buy shit. I get it though one way.
But he be up in there with me. I make sure like
I got a cousin that's 23 down there, 22.
I have a fun life type shit. And like this time when I got out, this nigga like he got to experience like
I got to experience some shit that like I'm supposed to be 21, but I'm still up there in that bitch like 16, 17. I'm still in the clubs and shit.
I had this nigga with me in clubs, strippers, everything at 6. Like I wanted him to show him.
Hey, chill, my girl probably watching for it.
I had to show him like look, this is what I do. Like, cause like how he said, us growing up, we weren't really close. Like I lived with my grandma and he lived with his grandma on his other side type shit, So we were like really like never, but we always loved each other, like, oh, what's up, cousin, love, always like that. But
it was never a bond built, like never.
Even when I first started rapping, like when I made 762, me and him we were like, cause we were always kids, we were always fighting because we were always kids, So now that he was growing up, I didn't realize it, when I was first rapping, like I was still thinking like, oh, he's a kid, like
he can't come around, he a kid.
Yeah, like that's because that's how it was though too, because like he was a kid, I'm 22, he's 17, so the age difference of us growing up.
Yeah, you're 17, he's 12, so
like in his head,
I'm 17, he's not even 30 type shit,
Like around that time, it was like he didn't know I was gonna be like right here. We weren't gonna be right here. Like we never knew that shit.
Yeah, this was definitely we were surprised type shit. But yeah, like we grew up fucked up. I ain't gonna lie, like I probably lived like a little bit of better life than Casino did because he really came from that shit. Like I did too, but I finally had the chance to live with my other grandma, so I kind of had it good in a way, but at the same time I still went through everything. But yeah, he really came from shit and he came a long way. But that's why when I got out, I had to show him like, look, this is what we do. I had him in the strips, everything you can imagine. I had him experience with me. I had him do his first like actual real music video. I had him experience that in a Corvette. We was in a Corvette, like
the choppers on choppers.
Now you're not gonna be able to shut it off, man.
Yeah,
that's what I feel like. He had a taste.
Oh yeah, no, hell over, yeah,
baby. It's really like us. We really built this shit together. It was like we can't say that we really did this shit alone because I've helped him so many times and he's helped me. Like there be some shit that I can't do and this nigga got it. He gonna do it. Like that shit just like we really did this shit together. Like if we were to see it like that, if people were to see that shit like that, they would know. But
yeah, but it's like I say, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, man, on him as an artist and what he's done up to this far? Seeing him, knowing him, and now he's.
Well, I always knew he was rapping because he would rap. Because before me and him got close, my dad would help him rap.
Okay.
Not his dad. My dad would. My uncle was me and my uncle at that time, me and his dad were more close than me and my dad were.
Okay.
Like his dad was like, I considered him my dad type shit because my dad wasn't it was just fucked up around that time, and that's around the time I thought he was a kid still. So I'd be at my nigga's crib rapping while him and my dad would be at my crib rapping. The whole time I'm not paying attention though. You know, I'm thinking he's a kid. You know, I'm not paying attention to that shit. I have my own shit.
Yeah,
my
uncle really was a big help on that shit too. Like when I first started, I really didn't even know the bars. He'd be like, "Yeah, say this or do this, have this flow," and I'd be like, "Yeah, all right." And like really, that shit just picked up. Like basically, that was really teaching us. Like that shit that you said in the last episode really related to what King Lil G said. Like we ain't looking out for the little ones, you know, or the people coming up. Like my uncle was like there to look out, you know, help me out and shit.
Yeah, that's the reason why we don't fuck with niggas like King Lil G. We don't rock with shit like that. Like my people, like we really look out for each other. Like if I really don't got it, and I know he does, he will be like, fuck it. And I know if it's something important, like I'm there for him. Like, what's up? Like if it's serious, like, you know, like not, cause you know, we'll go through some shit, but when it's serious shit, we there. Like that's how our family's always been.
Yeah, it's probably I mean, every family's got their you know, ups and downs, but it's probably a tight knit for you guys.
No, but I see it more exciting for Casino because I feel like he's more of a threat right now to the rap game because of what he's really came through. Because there could be a nigga that is on top right now doing big features with big artists. He could rap good, but did not live like that.
They didn't live like that. They didn't see what I see.
So it's not more exciting. It's like some King Von shit. Everybody praised him because he was really like that. You feel me? And I feel like that's something with Casino, like, cause me, I've already popped out. I've already did my shit. I'm really coming back. Like I said, if I would have never got locked up, I wouldn't be way in a bigger position. But I feel like Casino is more of a threat right now because he's good at rapping and
I fucked the rap game up for real.
Yeah, and he came from that. You know, I did too, but I'm just saying, like, he's young.
Basically, like I everything that I say is truthful. Like I'm a truthful rapper. Like I'm not somebody that just talking for real, just for the music shit. Like the shit that I talk about, like I did or seen it happen.
Well, for me, it's like when you pulled up and you showed me that unreleased it's gonna transcend. What I say transcend. It can transfer to any hood. So you're not just limited.
Everybody can relate to it. That's living like that.
That's what I'm saying. And some people who aren't, you know, that. It's only going to be white fans. It's not like that, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like suburb fans, like Karens.
Yeah.
Just Karens and shit.
That's how it be, though. Karens. Like,
and it's the old age story, man, over and over and over, right? It's like,
but even if a rapper, like, even if they're good, I know like they ain't living like that or some shit. Like I'ma still, if I fuck with that music, I'ma rock out with that music no matter what. Like I ain't never been the type to hate on nobody, but like if I know it's like ass, I'ma say it's trash and shit. Let you know, like I've always been a real ass person. Like,
yeah, I think for me, it's always about the music. For me, it's definitely about knowing who you're going to interact with and not, because you're a great artist, but I know for a fact I'm not going to invite you to this party over here, or I'm not going to invite you to this deal.
That's
over
one
here,
thing my uncle
you're not
told
really,
me.
you know what I'm saying? You're going to get hemmed up and you're going to say, we're good. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
I fuck with you over there.
Don't trust a nigga if he ain't done time. That's what my uncles always told me. If the nigga ain't done time, don't put your all like 100% trust in him, because you don't know what he will do because he's never been there.
Oh, that's
don't crack up.
On God, it seems like me, like, you already, like, niggas know what's so with me. I have like some crazy charges. I had the chance. They had told me I could snitch and get less time, and I still didn't. 17 years old, facing 20 years at that time. Like, I could have snitched on both of my homeboys, but they both good, and I took my shit. But there'll be a lot of niggas, like, that's why a lot of niggas fuck with me, because they know I'm not a snitch. They know, like, oh yeah, like, we could ride and he good type shit. And that's why, like, a lot of niggas, bro, like, you got to be careful with who you fuck with.
Yeah, that's the same shit with me too. Like,
exactly.
my juvenile life really, before I turned 17, because like in Texas, you know, you're 17, you're an adult, you're going to county. So before I had all this shit, like I done caught so many charges of juvenile. I'm talking about just crashing out, going crazy and shit. Yeah. Like I never said a word. Neither of my homeboys never said shit, and like we like really beat the charges. The reason I had took a charge for my homeboy because they was basically saying like they was gonna investigate it if I didn't plead guilty.
Oh man,
because they saying might as well just you know what, cool, you know.
And it was more to it than just two people. Like they seen two people in the garage and shit. I ain't even gonna speak on that shit, but
it could have been worse.
It could have been worse. Yeah, for you kind of I know what you mean. Yeah. Sometimes it's
so I just took the rap for my homeboy. You feel me?
And get it over with.
Like, cause you get it, like one person being in jail is better than 6 people.
Yeah. And then having the whole thing fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, it can always get worse, man, for sure.
But literally, like, I don't know, that's probably like the only case that I've lost, really. I ain't lost that many. Like, I ain't really, I'll be beating the cases and shit.
But yeah, it was saying, like, with these rap niggas, like, I show love to niggas that not really like that. Like, I still do. Like, I still show love, but I'm not finna take you on a ride, or you're not finna hop in my car like that. Like,
yeah, man.
It's just to a certain extent, because like my uncle said, don't trust a nigga all the way if he ain't sat there and done his own time. It's true though, because like I could be chilling with some random nigga in there and we go do some shit, and he's never been to jail, but I have, so I'm solid. But he's never had experienced it, so when he's experienced it, he could fold or you don't know.
Just change the subject though.
It's like yeah, I was gonna say it's just like these private events that I want to have. It's got to be the right
like
people,
that's what I'm saying. Like with Casino, I feel like when he's
pressure right now, man. Like straight up.
I feel like he's more of a threat to like a lot of artists. Like, oh shit, like let me like. I feel like he's having people like, let me get on my shit. Fuck that. Hold up, this nigga. Like I feel like he got niggas on their feet right now, like on their toes.
When he drops visuals, I think it's gonna be even
crazier,
even more apparent. Like, oh shit,
99 Problems. That's still my favorite song. I think that video should have did way better. Like, but it's just like how you said we're not good with networking. We're really just dropping this shit and
I feel like
I
lost a lot of it because stopping. Like I really had some people, but when I stopped, like everything was like it wasn't the same no more. I wasn't putting in views as I used to and all that shit, and I knew it. But if I keep like now, if I just keep being consistent with this shit, like it's gonna blow. Like I know it because I got the talent, I got the art, I got everything to do it. Like I could do it, but I just gotta stay consistent with this shit.
Momentum is sometimes they call it the eighth wonder of the world. It's like stopping a moving train.
Yeah.
When you do stuff like, and you get the feedback that you get, and then you have to go sit down. It's like, fuck, I gotta turn this again, to get it back up.
That's how it was for me. Exactly.
That's what it feels like, man.
Because after, I swear, like I even told him, I said, if I would have never had to go to jail, I swear to God, me and this nigga and all my partner, we would be chained. We would be good. I swear, I felt it. Like I felt we were gonna make it at that time, but something just had to stop us. But like I said, but now, like I feel like Casino, he could open the door. Like I feel like because everyone says
he's really coming for this shit.
Yeah, like everyone said like he's because Tuzi, he's a badass artist, and they're comparing him to Tuzi.
A lot of people like it's really a lot of comparisons. Even on
the flow and looks too. That's what trips people out. So I feel like he has a better advantage more than a lot of people of getting recognized by a big artist or big label.
They probably compare in the sense of just because they see that you are that. Not in the sense of comparing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like what I said in the early stages of In the Loop. It's like
it's in a good way, not a bad way.
Exactly. Like we know who's gonna pop.
It's not like he's jocking Tuzi swag. They're just like, damn, you remind me of him. And it's not like, oh, you copying, like, oh, you remind me.
My own shit.
Like, but it's really his shit though,
Well, I hope that even though you did come from that, man, that you can see this as an opportunity. Not I'm never going to tell somebody, I should tell you guys this thing, about what you should or should not be doing. I don't know what you should or should not be doing. I don't know what road you should or should not take. I am saying from a fan and from this standpoint that I hope that you would approach life a lot slower so that we have more of you.
And I try to tell him too, because, I'm older. And when I was his age, I was facing 20 years to life in prison for aggravated assault charge. Like I was living just how he was about. I try to tell him too, like, slow down, because like how he said the juvenile crazy life. That's exactly how I was. And I was
right now. We good now. We promoted stop the violence. No more violence, man.
Yeah, we good. But I'm glad he chilled out when he turned 17, because I had no one to tell me that. I was like, I just got out of my 16. I'm still thinking, oh, I'm good. Shit, I did some crazy shit and I got big time at 17, and that's where he was heading. But he chilled out. He does what he does.
Yeah, I'm chill now and everything, but like that same gremlin could come back. That hoe can come out any day.
Oh yeah.
I'm chill now. I ain't looking for no problems. I ain't looking for no smoke. I ain't looking for none of that.
And I'm glad he's speaking on that too, because the who I am now is not who I was years ago. Like, and a lot of niggas think like like Casino knows what the fuck I was on like back then, but niggas that are here now don't know who I was back then, so they gonna try to
play him like a hoe.
Yeah, they gonna try to act like I'm a hoe, but
it's like, nah, man, I just look like this. Like,
yeah, you ain't, and not everybody. You can't judge the book by its cover every time, because there's really some people that gonna fuck you over if you try them. Like,
and that's what I'd be like right now. I got a lot to lose. Like, you know what I got going. Like, I can't sit there and act all gangster how I used to. I got like actual like law shit going on, like actual legal shit. You know, with parole, you know, all that shit. Like, I can't sit there and act like, oh, what I used to be like, because I can go to jail for a long time. But
my hair fucked up.
But really, me and Casino, we really let a lot of shit make it. We let a lot of shit slide just because we trying to get better and we trying to just stay alive and stay.
Shit, like all that shit, free. really how I see this shit, bro. Like my juvenile life, everything that I had, that beef shit, all that shit dead. Like that shit ain't getting you no money. That shit ain't doing nothing for you. It's not getting you views. It's not doing shit. All that shit really dead. People just gonna do that shit. That's that childish shit. Like if you ain't putting no money in your pocket, you shouldn't be doing that shit.
Exactly.
That's just a waste of time. You ain't gonna get time back in life. Like,
God,
man, I couldn't say it any better. That's a great way.
Because he knows, like back then, like let's say with these little niggas dissing and shit and speaking, like trying to like diss me, like sneak diss and shit. Like he knows, like the old me, I would have been handled that and it would have been settled. But like me right now is like, man, let's say I go do something, I'm gonna be the one fucked in the long run.
Yeah, but like how I see it now is like, how I see it now, it wasn't how I see it, how I used to see it. Like how I see it now, it's like, fuck, nigga, fuck what you talking about. Like, I ain't tripping. You gonna hate if you an artist, if you got some shit going, somebody gonna hate on you no matter what. You can have a little bit of motion, anything, niggas gonna hate on you no matter what.
Everybody's got their opinion, man.
That's why I just say fuck you. You know, like everybody gonna hate. You gonna hate. Cool. Don't come on my side.
Just let it happen.
Look, the way I know how to describe it, I was coming over here, right, and they got a hella construction, right.
Yeah.
So I can't see way in front of me, but I see all these fucking cars, and a part of me, I'm seeing people go to the left and getting on the left lane, and I wanted to go to the left lane and put my signal light on. And then I got a little bit better view, and I saw that the arrow was pointing people towards the lane I was already in.
Yeah,
and I feel, you know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people want to hop lanes because they think
see other people doing it.
They're like, it's moving over there.
Yeah,
let me go over there. And then they get there and they're like, oh man, I was in the right lane the whole time. Like shit, you know.
Exactly.
I feel like that's what's happening right now in the city.
Moral of the story: just stay in your lane.
Just stay in your lane. Don't look at whatever. Don't give a fuck what In the Loop has to say.
Yeah.
Don't give a fuck what Moneyland Media has to say. Like, there's parts of it, right?
Yeah.
Or anybody else. Like, what are you doing? What are you working on? And part of these interviews are to establish that, but also to put the artist in the hot seat. Like, are you falling prey, as they say? Are you falling into the bullshit, or are you staying on your shit? Because I as a friend want you to stay on your shit.
Yeah,
don't get caught up in the bullshit.
There be so many good artists that crash.
To be honest, right now, like I feel like I'm getting closer with this music shit more than anything. Like really, I'm on this shit.
You're already touching it. I feel like you already touched.
It's coming, like it's coming close. Like I ain't even all I gotta do is reach my hands out that shit there. Like I'm finna snap soon. Like I just gotta get noticed. I'm gonna start buying promotions and shit if I have to too. Like so too. Even just to get regular little views, whatever, fam. Like anything that could help.
The fact that the thing that I do like about uploading to any platform is that you have your analytics, so you know where to boost your music.
Yeah.
Don't try to boost it in El Paso if you ain't got shit going on in El Paso. If your shit telling you that it's in Dallas or Houston, if that makes sense, you know.
Yeah.
But I feel like as an artist, I know everybody talks about organic, man. They want it to grow organically. It's like don't promote, don't push, don't try to pay for. But
I was on that type of stuff.
I don't know, man. It just doesn't I'm not in the music space, so I'm like, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, don't you want fans?
I used to be like, if there's help, I'm gonna take it.
Hell yeah.
I mean, like if like that shit's like that shit with the advertise, that shit really just like is a help. Like, okay, look, you pay me a little bit, I could get you more people that haven't seen you. Ooh, I mean, it ain't like you sitting there buying those people to like your shit.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's because that does.
They don't have to like it, but
exactly
they're showing other people what because you know how they have on what you like, so they're sharing your shit to people that may like that same shit.
With that same point, like how I feel about this is like. with this rapping shit, like I was talking about, I wanted to be like independent, like fuck you signing and shit. But like now, if I ever were to get like a deal, you know, I'm gonna take the hoe, even if like fuck it, cause like I want this rap shit more than anything, you know.
I'm glad you said that, because I did want to talk about that several times in the episodes that we're having. Is I think our view, especially with what happened over the last 2 years with labels and about contracts and this and that. Listen,
bullshit, bro.
Listen, it's your own fault.
Yeah.
If you get into a fucked up contract,
it'd be some bullshit.
Nah, but of course, even if I'm like, if I do get a deal, I'm taking like a lawyer or some shit. Somebody gonna read the contract.
So the point is, we started to look at as labels as a machine that just wanted to take, but a label has
they be disguising them 360s in a way. They be disguising that shit.
They have their you need management.
Of course, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can't do it. You need somebody who understands marketing, advertising.
And that's where I fall on Mikey on. So like, if it was to ever take off, I'd want Mikey to be my manager type shit.
Yeah.
That's someone I would want to trust.
Manager / videographer.
Yeah.
That's who I feel like would.
You never know what somebody can grow into, man. Yeah. Paul Wall was not Paul Wall. He was just handling the merch, and then he decided, you know,
he wanted to
take that shit up.
And then so
now look at any Paul Wall shit.
Mikey Mike could definitely. There's a few people here.
Like, I really too, like Mikey, I've really seen him grow. Like since we met him at the over there at the show, like he's recorded for Finesse and then that PRE dude or whatever. Mikey.
Hey, one thing about that Migs and Mikey, and I don't know Javi the Prophet. I've never met him. Never.
Oh, okay.
We never talked. But one thing about them niggas are really bringing some artists, and that's where I feel like Migs, you know how Migs and Casino have a good. I feel like, you know, shit could start hitting. Casino could get in.
You never know, man.
Yeah, I could get in. Shit's gonna pop off soon. And that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of niggas don't like Casino because, you know. So I feel like with him going hard right now, I feel like he gonna, and me and him together, you know, me free, him where he's at, and me getting back on. I feel like we could fuck some shit up. We're gonna have niggas mad.
Yeah, I wouldn't let up
for sure. That
I wouldn't let up if I were you, man.
Nah.
What's something that people can look forward to, man, for 2023?
More visuals, more music, more albums, more money, more everything getting better. We're just gonna work for this shit.
Is there anybody you looking forward to working with in 2023? I mean, you got the Baby James, you got Wes, you got Chach. Anybody else, man?
Not nobody from my city, but
yeah, that's what I said. We really trying to.
Not nobody from my city, but I've been talking with, you know, Gunnameezy. You ever heard of him?
No.
Or he's from here, so
Meezy.
I'm not talking about Meezy.
Oh, not that one.
Not Meezy Bentley, Gunnameezy.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Gunnameezy. He really go hard. Like, I tapped in with him. I asked him what's up with a feature, and he told me the prices and shit. And I just told him I'll get back at him.
Oh, I know what he's talking about now. I do know what he's talking about now. Yeah,
he's popping right now. I ain't heard him. Yeah, he go hard. He sound like a better version of Mo 3.
Okay.
Like, none disrespect to Mo 3, because I fuck with Mo 3. Like, I got a whole picture. I got a painting of him and shit or whatever. But nah, he go hard. Like, he's like on a Mo 3 flow, but he goes stupid. Like,
he on a rise right now too.
He's pulling in views.
Where's he from?
I think he's from here. If not, he's from Texas.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Watch, I be following him. I don't even know. There's some I can't. It's hard to keep up.
Nah, he really go hard. Listen to a song called "Hustler" by him.
I'm gonna write it down.
Gunnameezy.
First thing I'm gonna
look
do.
up "Hustler." It go hard as fuck. He be talking about that real rap shit. Like, he's somebody I want to work with, because I can compare like the shit that he be talking about. Like, I've probably done too. You know.
How poppin' is he? Like
shit, probably like 600 and something thousand.
Oh, okay. So okay.
Yeah, he get it. I know who he's talking about now.
Damn near millies, maybe.
I couldn't count it at first, but when I thought about it, I was like, oh yeah, I did see him. So, yeah, he's popping.
I'm definitely taking some suggestions, man. Again, I want to throw this private event. So
that one right,
you got some. It'll be this whole thing. We'll shut it down, but because we'll do interviews after, stuff like that. But I do want to bring, like, if he's not too big to reach out to.
Nah, he literally has 12K on Instagram right now, but his YouTube views are popping. Like,
I gotcha.
Well, shit, Wolfpack mentioned Midland in the song, so I'm really feeling like he could show love too, you know.
Yeah, I think I got his a little bit of his. I mean, I don't know, because the numbers can change from now to the summer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The
like,
number that I heard, I was like, oh, we could do that.
Yeah, but if you was like maybe maybe try getting in contact with him right now before, because anything could happen. Like a spark can blow.
Yeah.
Boom. You never be able to get a hold of him again.
You never know what the fuck could happen.
There's a podcast that popped off in Cali that I'm setting up an interview for somebody, and I'm like, it's for October, but I'm like, I better lock it in right now because the way it's going for them, I'm like,
even just us on this podcast right here, like this shit can blow even overnight. Like we never know what can happen.
Yeah, definitely. Which is why I want to go about it. I mean, anyway, yeah, you're right, man. Which is why also this could be a platform for somebody to get the, it's almost like again, putting you in the hot seat and being like, do you really want this? You say you want this? Because there's no other thing than going live with a microphone and headphones in a professional studio and other people are watching. It's like, again, it's like
just chilling.
Yeah. Or you're gonna fold, or you're gonna
what you gonna do?
What you gonna do, man? So even when those people walk in, like if we book Gunna Meezy for this private party and we got Brick in here and we got a couple other people, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? But vibe.
Business
or business.
I'm going for my opportunity if I got it.
Straight money signs the whole night.
My deal is I hope a lot of people walk out with more money in their pockets type shit. But I think because Midland and Odessa are looked at, and I don't think anymore because Hacienda is doing their thing, but as a B market, if we start bringing artists and showing that there's money here, because there's money here, then
too much money.
They'll come down, I think, and do other
they're
stuff.
Gonna come for that chick, no cap.
It's not even, I don't even want them to perform, I just want them to hang out type shit.
Like, well, should we in Midland, what's up, pull up type shit.
Exactly, man, because what are they doing too,
Eventually we'll get Midland on the map for sure. That
it's coming, man. Casino, any last words, man? Anything you want to leave with the people? Why should somebody go back and watch this if they're just hopping on? Why should they learn about you? Why should they go listen to your music?
We just some legends in the making.
Yeah, legends in the making right now. Just stop the violence. Really, I'm stuck on that hoe.
I got you, man.
Stop the violence.
You heard it here. Stop the violence. So this was episode 4 with YNDKASINO. Where can they find you, man? Where can they find your music? Where can they find your socials?
I'm on our plats right now. Just look at YNDKASINO. I got my album out. I'm Who to Blame. Y'all go tune in, share everything.
If you've watched this for the first time, this is your first episode. We appreciate you learning about the artists like this. Again, if you're watching this and you're a fan of In the Loop and what we're doing, I appreciate the support. Make sure that you guys are sharing, subscribing, engaging in the comments. Here's why. It's not about In the Loop. It's about spreading the artist's music and their message. So the more that you interact, if you subscribe, if you hit the notification, the more people in your circle are going to be notified about it. And you don't never know, somebody could be a fan, but they won't know until you put them on, like Charge did with Briz for me. So if you fucking with us, share it. Like if there's nothing really, I get a lot of feedback about there's nothing happening like this. Well, shit, share it. You know what I'm saying? Let people know that this is going on. And if there's other artists that you know about that aren't being highlighted, again, reach out to us or reach out to Moneyland Media because they're doing their thing. So thanks for joining us. We appreciate you hanging out with us. We'll see you next Thursday. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Bro, this is why
I went good.
This is why I said take a nap before.
Yeah, that was good. That was smooth.
How you feeling, man?
Good.